Hey guys, it's KoreanWonderBoi with an I and not a Y. Sony Computer Entertainment in America presents, cooperating with Universal Interactive Studios, The World, and Naughty Dog, our favorite franchise ever, all rights reserved. Hey, and it's Crash breaking through with his new breakthrough of a game, Crash Bandicoot 2! Cortex Strikes Back! I'm sorry, I got the title wrong in the trailer!
Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back.
Thank you, Cortex, for telling us what this game was, but let's press start to continue, and we jump right into a cutscene, which I hate, but I'll let you guys listen. So this cutscene actually occurs, this part of the cutscene anyways, occurs right after the ending of Crash 1, where we defeated Cortex, we knocked him off the top of the blimp. Well, he wasn't on the blimp, but regardless, we knocked him off, and he falls from his castle.
Of course.
And he lands in this cave, where he stumbles across a crystal. A very large power crystal. 1 year later...
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we need to find an enemy.
Because that makes sense, of course.
Crash? Crash? Crash! My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
I guess you could say your computer crashed! Alright guys, let's jump right in. So, the game here is basically the same as Crash Bandicoot 1. All we have different is we have the slide, we have the crawl, we have the slide jump, and that's pretty much it. We've got the same boxes, we've got the same spin, we've got the same Aqua masks, we got our question mark crates with something in them like a life or Wumpa fruit. We got the Philippine mangoes, if you guys are with me from the beginning of Crash 1. So my question is, in 1 year, how did Cortex even manage to get a freaking fortress in the sky that's, or not the sky, in space? How did he even make a space fortress? Like, when did he find the time? My second question is, after this cutscene right here, oh my god, where are we?
Well, well, well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down.
Teleportation is cool, man.
I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
Alright, so Crash, being the incredibly intelligent person he is, you know, is like, yeah, I'll do what my enemy, the guy I had to defeat to get back my girlfriend, you know, no big deal, I'll do that for him. So, anyways, my question was, my second question was, if there's none of his cohorts on Earth, which is why he's sending Crash to do all these things, who teleported him there? Like, by what means did Cortex teleport him there? And if he had a method of teleporting things that aren't him, why couldn't he just teleport the crystals? Or why couldn't he just teleport himself? Or something, I don't know, like, there's so many holes with the story, but I guess you could call it video game logic, because video games have no logic, therefore it doesn't exist, which means that the logical statement of saying video game logic is illogical. But we're getting into semantics here, why are we saying that anyways? So, let's see. This game is my first ever, technically, sort of, a blind Let's Play. And you may be wondering, hey, why does he know so much about the game already? Well, that is because I have tried to blind Let's Play this game before, and I did not turn out very well. So, I'm trying again. I've gone through the first 4 levels, if I'm not mistaken. So, once I try again, hopefully we will get to the end. So don't you worry. Even though I might not be surprised and bewildered by some crazy things in the first few levels, I'm sure in the future... Oh, that was a bad idea. I will be pleasantly surprised. I don't know if I'll be pleasant. Oh, whatever. Whatevs. It was sort of a bonus stage. Whatever. I don't know if I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I'm sure I'll be surprised enough. That was a horrible start to the game, anyways. Wow. Okay, can we not like die twice on the first level? Like, guys, I got an image. Crash, come on. You're gonna make my career crash and burn. Oh, okay. I'll lay off the puns for a bit, but I'm sorry, guys. I'm just letting you guys know I am a huge stickler for puns. So if you guys don't know me very well, then prepare to get used to them. I'm sorry. You might have to facepalm a couple times in the Let's Play. I am very sorry. Also, because I'm playing this blind, I will not be doing this Let's Play 100%. No way, no siree. I will try to get all the boxes in some of the levels, but alas, I will not be like, oh my god, I had to restart because I didn't get all the boxes. So, yeah, blind Let's Play, we're all good. I know the first few levels, we're not going to get 100%. I think we've covered all the bases. So, let's just keep on going. Something I've always wondered about games like these, you know, if there's a sequel, and then there's animals, or like enemies, you know, the enemies are usually upgraded by the time you have the sequel. Like in this game now, instead of the turtles, we have like the turtles with the spikes on the sides, you know? And it makes me think, like, how does that even make sense? For one, I guess it makes sense if Cortex put them there, but like, once again, he doesn't have any cohorts on Earth, so how did he get them here? And if it wasn't him, then we could say that it's evolution, which would sort of make sense because the ones without the spikes would have been killed off by Crash in the first game. Therefore, the ones with spikes would reproduce and basically overpopulate the world, and there would be no non-spiked turtles left. Which, from an evolutionary point of view, makes sense because the weak are weeded out, in this case by Crash, and then the strong, they remain, and well, I'm pretty sure there's a life up there. Oh god. It's not one of them. Oh well. And the strong remain and they reproduce, and that's how evolution works. That's why we're not like, that's why we're not monkeys. Because the smarter monkeys with bigger brains made more babies because they were like, hey, I'm smart, I know how to make babies. You should make babies with me. And he did, and therefore, I'm gonna try to get that box. We are all smart gorillas now, except not really. Also, people who are like, evolution doesn't make sense because that means why do we live with gorillas if we evolved from gorillas? Because we didn't evolve from gorillas. Gorillas evolved from the same thing we evolved from, which are some sort of primate. Anyways, let's stop talking about science, but science just happens to be on the mind because guess what, guys? I'm graduating high school. Yeah, if you guys saw my Get Lucky piano cover, then you guys would know this. But I am graduating high school in only 5 days. Speaking of 5 days, I apologize for this being up just a bit late, but I had computer troubles. And by computer troubles, I mean I got a new laptop! Woo! Oh, and we got a cutscene.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world.
Well, like you?
Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
There, Crash? Crash, are you there?
Hi.
Are you there, Crash?
So that's our sister, Coco, who wasn't in the first game. Funnily enough, Crash had a girlfriend in the first game, obviously, with a pretty busty build, but the developers of the Naughty Dog was basically like, hey, she's not appropriate, so they replaced her with his sister. So yeah, that's the story behind Coco. Coco used to be Crash's hot girlfriend, and now is his annoying sister. I don't know if you want to call it annoying. Can I get this? Ah! Okay, whatever, screw that. I hate ice physics, although the ice physics in Crash are pretty well done. So we're in this blizzardy level. We don't think we had a blizzardy level in the first game. We got these nice particles. In the first level we got the rain, and the second level we got this little bits of snow. It's like premature Canadian fall, more like it. But I think they're just oh, apparently I cannot. Apparently penguin spins are stronger than crash spins. I did not know that. Spin, 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 seal! Little shout out to Seal Conga. He's been at my streams very often, and you know, he's a really awesome guy. So I'm like, hey, I see seals, I'm gonna shout you out too. So Seal Conga, you're an awesome dude. So keep being awesome. Anyways, oh god. As I said, this being a blindish Let's Play, I would appreciate if you kept the help to a minimum. If I do ask for something, like how do I get past this part, oh my gosh, I'm stuck, feel free to ask. But because I'm not 100%ing it, I won't really be needing all that much help. I don't think I'm gonna be getting gems unless I happen to get them by luck. But that's it. I'm just gonna try to beat the game, see how far I get. Hopefully I can beat the game. That'd be nice to be able to prove to myself and my viewers that I am actually not that bad at video games. Also that I'm not that bad at platforming, because I love platforming. Platforming games are my favorite. Also, I'm sorry, I've also watched the first 4 episodes, or first 2 episodes I think. I don't know, Super Genius did a Let's Play of Crash 2 very recently, and it made me very sad because I knew I couldn't watch all of it because I was planning on doing this blind. But I had already played through some of the games, so I was like, I'll just watch the parts for what I've seen so far. And I watched, which is why I know some secrets for the first few levels. But trust me guys, it'll be all fun and games when I start dying every 3 seconds in the later levels, because we all know that Crash games are pretty notorious for being really, really hard in the later levels. Then again, all the old games, I think, are a lot harder in the later levels than games are now, because games now, it seems like you get them and then you beat them and then you're done with them. But old games, might be the fact that we were just younger, but old games, I think, were more like, you spent like your entire summer trying to beat like half of the game, and then you finally did it, and then there's still more, and it's even harder, and it was just a lot of fun. Like, you always came back to it, and it was just a lot of fun. So now we're in this beautiful, like, that's one thing for sure I can say that I really like about this game, is the fact that they have a hub, and you're teleporting to different locations. Oh my goodness, they have such a wide variety of places. Like, I know from Crash 3, like, Crash 3 did sort of, like, centralize each theme, and we get to ride a little, like, surfboard here, which is pretty awesome. But, like, Crash 1, like, you were in an island, and, like, wherever you were on the island was basically what the level was, right? So, like, you had the upstream level at the end of the waterfall, and you had the, you know, I don't know what this timer is, I don't really remember. But you had like the waterfall, and then you had like, what else was there? You had like the caves, and then, you know, everything was really stylized to the environment. But because I did like it, don't get me wrong, that was really awesome how it does that. Sort of like in Mario, where like the level depends on where on the map the level is located. But for like this game, because it's a warp room, as well as Crash 3, it's like, oh my goodness, these levels are gorgeous, and you're going from a rainforest to a tundra, the depths of Canada where I live. I'm kidding, actually, now that it's summer, the weather is actually really good. Like, I'm sweating today. Not that you guys wanted to know that, but the weather's pretty good. It's really good. And then we're in this like freaking luscious stream level. Very similar to the style of upstream and up the creek, I don't even remember, from Crash 1. And I'm sure there will be many other levels that are just as creatively themed as these. So these controls are pretty smooth, actually. I expected them to be a bit rough, but I've been doing pretty good. Not that I'm getting all the boxes or anything, oh well. And I think we're at the end of the level here. We got our Piranha Plant clone. We lost a life. 27 boxes, my favorite number. We'll jump right into the portal, and we are done. Level 3, Hang 8. So in this episode, first episode of Crash Bandicoot 2, Let's Play Blind. That was horrible syntax. We covered the levels Hang 8. Oh, where a cutscene. Okay then.
3 crystals. Not bad.
1 crystal.
I see you are getting the
2 crystal.
I need to conserve power.
3
I will
crystal.
communicate with you again.
3 crystals.
crystals.
Thank you, Cortex. We've gotten 3 crystals. Basically, he's like, I'll talk to you when you have 5, so I don't know why he talked to us now. So we've defeated Hang 8, Snow Go, and Turtle Woods. Next episode, we're gonna tackle the pits, the armpits, the smelly pits, or the pits of despair, and Crash Dash. Oh, the rhyming is just unbearable. This has been KoreanWonderBoi with 9, not a Y. Question of the video: have you played a Crash game? If so, which ones have you played? Which one was your favorite? And if you haven't played any Crash games, have my Let's Plays convinced you to want to try them? Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next episode.